Hey, what's up everybody? Mike B with Bombero Bus VW, and today I'm gonna go ahead and put in a better fuel regulator than that Mr. Gasket. If you saw in the last video, I had some carb flooding going on, and in a pinch I put that Mr. Gasket regulator on there, and it seemed to help out a lot, but don't feel comfortable leaving that one on there, so we're going to put a better one on there, and I just got it, so let's get to it. So the one I went with is this. It was advertised as Petrol King on CB Performance, but I guess they're actually Malpassi, and it looks to be and has a really good reputation as a fuel regulator. It's supposed to be preset to 3.5 psi. I'm going to put the gauge on. I'm not going to mess with the adjustment yet. I'm just going to install it and put the gauge on it and see if that's actually true. And then we'll just make adjustments from there if we need to. So in the box, you get this bracket, some hardware, and cool sticker. And what I ordered along with it was this T. And this T should screw right into that regulator and let me put my gauge coming out of the top in some form or another. I like the spot I have here where this Mr. Gasket is. So what I want to do is have this one like this in around the same spot. I have to bend this. And what I'm going to do is put it on there, and I've already marked it with a pencil, but I'm going to bend it to where the body of this is as close to the firewall as I can get it. I don't want it hovering way out here. So let's try to get a bend on it, and we'll just go from there. Feels about 90-ish. Okay, so basically I skipped all the boring stuff and just wanted to show you the, I wouldn't even say final placement, that's probably the final placement of the regulator. But this gauge is here now for sure just to test this regulator. It's supposed to come pre-adjusted to 3.5 psi. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire it up and see if that is the case. Okay, so all I've done now is turn the key on to get the pump going, and it's already showing 4 1/4. So I'll show you that the gauge is showing 4 3/4 at idle. All right, turn the car off. You could see it went to 4 3/4 while it was at idle, but I don't want it at 4 3/4. I want it at 3.5. And it was advertised to be preset to 3.5. We're gonna take this nut cap off, and then I'm gonna start the engine back up. Then we're gonna rotate this stem counterclockwise, 1/4 at a time, and watch that gauge and see if we can get it down to 3 psi.
Here we can see I am giving it 1/4 turns, and we're not seeing any change on the gauge at all. It's not responding to the turns. And the same thing happened with the Mr. Gasket initially, and then it settled down after a couple of drives. So I'm hoping that's what will happen here. So I went ahead and dialed it all the way out counterclockwise and called it a night, and woke up the next morning to this. It had responded, and it's showing 0 on the gauge. The beautiful thing is, I fired it up and started dialing it in clockwise, and it let me fine tune up to 2.5 psi is what I decided to experiment with. So that is a beautiful thing right there. And then I was able to drive to work and check it once I got there.
Well, there you go, a quick and easy one about putting in that Petrol King fuel regulator. Here's what I do know, the Mr. gasket had to go. I've had one before and it leaked really quickly, and my brother ran one and it leaked really quickly also. So I feel good about that one, but you'll just have to stay tuned to see if this one leaks and what kind of pressure I'm getting out of it, and if it helps to prevent these carps from flooding. So we'll see how this one does. So thanks for hanging out with Bombero Bus VW, and I'll see you on the next one.